Welcome to the channel, ladies and gents. This is going to be, I'd imagine, a pretty quick video from me today. Disney CEO Bob Chapek has addressed Kathleen Kennedy's future with Lucasfilm and also made some comments on Gina Carano's firing. Now, I would anticipate no more being said on Gina Carano after this. I can't imagine it. It makes sense that this would be them closing the door. It's complete lunacy, what they say. It's demonstrably false, what they say. But nonetheless, let's see what they have said, or what Bob Chapek has said, shall we? Now, this article is over on comicbookmovie.com. While Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm has obviously been a success, this era of Star Wars storytelling certainly hasn't been without its share of controversy. Now, this would have been unheard of a couple of years ago. Any site talking controversy or negativity about Star Wars and Disney's handling of it all. It was basically unheard of. It was basically blasphemy. And I always like to point this out because we take it for granted that people are actually saying it now out in the open, but mainstream media, I mean, they kept that quiet for ages. They were on Disney's side because they wanted the kickbacks. And I just, like I said, we take it for granted. I think it's fascinating that it's just there now for the world to see. Now, continues further and says, most of the backlash relates to creative decisions, and there are some who would like to see Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy fired and replaced with Dave Filoni or the Mandalorian head writer Jon Favreau. Now, this is only recently, obviously. But again, please note the fact that they are actually saying the backlash has related to creative differences, creative decisions, and people do want Kathleen Kennedy fired. Media was basically not even acknowledging this stuff a while ago. Quite literally, a few years ago. Wouldn't even acknowledge it. And now we get it in articles. We've had the Hollywood Reporter write articles about it. Deadline, Collider. Well, not so much Collider. But anyway, I just thought we'd cover that straight away because I do think that's just fascinating. Now, believe it or not, Disney CEO Bob Chapek was asked during the Walt Disney Company's 2021 annual meeting of shareholders whether there are plans to give Kennedy the boot and have Filoni step in. Now, any answer in this setting is going to be absolutely positive, right? We always know that. It's a shareholder meeting. They can't have any level of unease, negativity thrown towards management. They have to be seen as strong leaders. And part of being strong leaders are people that have made good decisions. And obviously Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy being there, you can't just say, right, well, she's going to go now, because that admits defeat. So any answer is going to be positive, but it's also a double-edged sword, is that them being asked this during the shareholders meetings means that the shareholders are not happy with them either. So it's actually a two-pronged approach here. And here was the response. We've been absolutely thrilled that we can have the kind of talent in our company, the likes of Kathy Kennedy, to run Lucasfilm. We look forward to having Kathy directing the activities of the entire Lucasfilm organization for many years to come. And I said this in a recent video. I said she's going nowhere, and people were very quick to say, "Yeah, but it's a shareholders meeting." Yeah, true. It was an earnings call. But this is the same shareholders going, "Why aren't you firing her?" I just don't get it. I don't get it. So, yeah, look, she is here to stay. And like I said, it's a two-pronged approach here, is that they're looking to be super strong, but very clearly the shareholders are not happy. How can you be happy when profits from Lucasfilm have been going down and down and down? It's just basic mathematics. It's basic business. You cannot be happy with that. It's a no-brainer. So, yeah, But she's going nowhere, apparently. For many years to come, she's going to be here. Now, obviously, they say we look forward to having Kathy directing the activities of the entire Lucasfilm organisation for many years to come. That doesn't mean she's going to be. She may be asked to step down. You never know. And then, to save face, just goes, yep, no, I'm retiring now. Because there's always been this rumour she would retire after she does Indy 5. But that's no sooner happening, is it? So who knows? But anyway, the Disney CEO was also asked about Gina Carano being fired from The Mandalorian after what the studio previously described as abhorrent social media posts. There are some fans who have come to the former MMA fighter's defence, and Chapek was quick to point out that the studio isn't taking a political stance when asked if the actress was fired for being a conservative. Again, shareholders asking these questions is a real bad look. It's not good. It's not good. Yes, they have to give off this strong, sturdy outlook. Yep, we're winning this, blah, blah, blah. But behind closed doors, shareholders are not happy. And the response, and also, so it's demonstrably false. This response is demonstrably false. I don't really see Disney as left-leaning or right-leaning. Yeah, alright, sure, mate. For values that are universal. Alright, so he says, so he responded when Pedro Pascal's posts were mentioned for the sake of comparison. So they're literally doing what we've been saying in these videos. Saying, hey, look, well, Pedro Pascal's done this, so what are you talking about? Chapek added that the studio stands for values that are universal: respect, decency, integrity, and inclusion. And we seek to have the content that we make reflective of the rich diversity of the world we live in. I mean, this is just PR shite. And I think that's a world we should all live in harmony and peace. Only if you think the same as me. That's basically what they're saying. What a joke. What a joke. It's awful. These kind of, like, I can't wrap my head around it. I don't really see Disney as left-leaning or right-leaning. Sure, mate. Sure. No, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Even when partisan behaviour is thrown in your face, you then double down on it and say, well, look, for values that are universal, that's what we stand for. Respect, decency, integrity, and inclusion. What about, integrity of just having your opinions? What's wrong with having integrity? Yeah, no, you can't have that. Inclusion, well, you've just excluded people randomly for no reason. Decency, well, that's not really a decent thing to do when someone's calling for, people to band together and be decent human beings. No, can't have that. Can't have strong whammons. An actual strong whammon, anyway. What a pile of trash. Anyway, the tables are turning, though, ladies and gents. I think this is what's really important to note, is that these are shareholders saying these things. The shareholder was saying, hey, when's Kathleen Kennedy going? When's she being fired, mate? And why aren't we having Filoni step in? Oh, no, we're not going to do that. No, don't you worry. We love Kathy here. She's just such a great creative talent. She's the best. We bow down at her feet. Nem. Like, alright, whatever, mate. And then, about that Gina Carano situation. What's your stance on that? It sounds like you were taking political affiliation right there. And Pedro Pascal's behaviour, which, again, we've all noticed. We've all raised it. Sort of shows that partisan behaviour. No, of course not. No, don't you worry about that. I mean, they're just lying to your face. Like it's there. It's blatant, clear as day. Blatant lies. Unreal. There's no respect from these people. And, like, in fairness, I guess when you make that much money, that's the kind of attitude that it harbours. But you should have respect for the fans because they're the reason why you're in that position in the first place. Shame. But yeah, Kathleen Kennedy's going nowhere. Gina Carano was fired because apparently Disney are non-partisan. Bullshit. That's what I smell, mate. I smell bullshit. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Also, side note, Blackfields is actually releasing April 3rd. A lot of people seem to not know when my film is being released. April 3rd, here on the channel. and a Blu-ray is going to be for sale immediately that day. Only for 1 month pre-sales are open. But anyway, for more information about that, stay tuned. I'm going to do another video. Take care.